all sides recognised that this level of violence was not sustainable, and public weariness of the conflict helped push forward the peace talks.
As we move into 1994, there are signs of a ceasefire emerging. Although the violence continues, the IRA have intimated that they are keen to look at terms of talks. A document's introduced that goes by the initialisation of TUAS, which Republicans claim stands for Totally Unarmed Struggle, but in reality really stands for Tactical Use of Armed Struggle, because armed struggle has not gone away, but the need for political talks continues on.
In August 1994, a deal was finally struck. The Provisional IRA announced a cessation of all military operations. Unionists and the British government remained sceptical at the announcement, but Gerry Adams pronounced it a victory, saying the struggle was into a new phase. But the ceasefire was conditional on political progress. In October 1994, the combined Loyalist military command announced its own ceasefire. Likewise, their statement asserted that the permanence of the ceasefire was dependent on the continued cessation of Republican violence. The Irish Prime Minister Albert Reynolds stated this decision effectively signifies the end of 25 years of violence and the closure of a tragic chapter in our history. In 1995, the death toll dropped to a record low since the Troubles began in 1969, with 9 people killed. The all-party peace talks resumed, and just when a resolution felt to be close, a stumbling block was hit.
John Major, who became Prime Minister in 1990, takes steps that previous British Prime Ministers have not, which is to prioritise Northern Ireland. This is actually a bit of a risk for him because he has a very slim majority in Parliament and relies on Ulster Unionist Party votes. However, the major sticking point for the British government was something called the pre-decommissioning of IRA arms. They insisted Sinn Féin could only take part in the talks if the IRA agreed to decommission their weaponry. This, of course, was something the IRA would never do. Armed struggle was, in a sense, their main trump card.
Then, on the 9th of February 1996, 17 months after the start of the ceasefire, a lorry bomb was detonated on the Isle of Dogs. 2 people were killed, dozens were injured, and millions of pounds worth of damage was done. The IRA claimed responsibility, stating their anger at the direction of the peace talks, with Sinn Féin being sidelined from negotiations. Civilians were once again paying the price for the political stalemate. Paramilitary groups and the IRA refused to give up their arms, and over the next few years, hundreds more would suffer. The public were desperate for an end to the violence, but the segregation that marked the cities of Northern Ireland had deep roots. How would peace in Northern Ireland finally be reached?